9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, it's Sunday morning. It's about, I don't know, 6:45 a.m. I know half of you guys still sleep. God bless you, do you sleep? The older I get, the less sleep I can get. But I go to bed real early, so it all works out. Anyway, this week's tool giveaway, so it'll be starting today on this video. And all you have to do is click like, be a subscriber, and make a comment. As long as it's a positive comment, I don't care what it is, hi, whatever. And you're entered into the contest. And you've got until next Sunday, which will be Father's Day. That's, wow, Father's Day. So, hey, that'd be great. You win something on Father's Day. You don't get a tie or a pair of socks. You get a tool. And so I'll remind you guys probably Thursday or something about the contest in a short. But this week, it's like in that picture, it's for digital calipers. Just a cheaper pair, but you really kind of need them because, you know, you use them everything for measuring length, and it does it in fractional or inches or in metric, right? You just switch it over. It's just a cheap pair, but it also does depth, width, length. When you win it, you'll be able to look it up or whatever. So I didn't have one for years, and now that I'm older, that I have a pair of cheap ones, and I'm going to get a better grade set. You tend to find places a lot that you could use it, from measuring thicknesses of metal to the length of bolts or the depth of a hole. And if you're running machinery or building old cars, I suggest it's something you really need to have, right? And you teach your kids. If you get one and you got a daughter or a son, teach them how to use it. You know, it's a life skill. You know, measuring is a life skill. I don't want to bore you very much this morning, so we got the tool part out of the way, and the tool comes from Amazon, and the rules, like I told you, it's open to anyone in the USA, all right? Later, I'm going to be ordering tools from another place. I'll have the tool here, and I'm going to open it up to anyone in the world. I'll pay the shipping. It'll be smaller stuff, but I'll pay the shipping. You know, you guys are good to me, and God's been good to me, so I just pass it on. All right, today, we're not in the stump grinding world. We're in the real world as far as cars or anything that requires paint or color. It could be houses, whatever it is, all right? This is a real fact. When it comes to colors, women can see more different shades of colors. They're better at colors. And that's just something genetically that's been proven. Like color matching years ago when I was painting cars and stuff, I need to have a car matched. Now they have digital guns that you can go even at certain paint suppliers. The bigger paint suppliers have, and they shoot it on it, and it gives them basically a color code, or gives them how to shade it in or tint it to the proper color. All right. But in years gone back, you'd go to a paint supply place and they would custom mix for you. In 99% of the time, in the bigger cities and stuff, there would be a woman in the back doing it. They were just better at it because they could see different shades of color. Men, this is a fact, men are better at seeing moving objects. You know, they say it comes back from the deep genetic thing about hunting. We could see moving objects and tell distance and speed better.
What they call the mole. Can't help it, the girl can't help it. The girl can't help it, she was born to please.
All right. Why involve your girlfriend or wife in the color of your car, you know, that you always wanted? Here's the deal. Take her to car shows, take her to new car lots, and go through. Keep a list. You know, if you wanted a car that was gray, or you wanted a car that was green, you wanted a car that was red, take her through with the different shades. Because women are better at it, you know, and if she feels, also here's a trick, if she feels part of the process of painting a car, like helping with the choosing the color, your project's going to go a lot easier for you. I'm just going to be honest. A happy wife is a happy life, all right?
All right, happy wife, happy life?
Right? Women are better at choosing colors because they, you know, they dress up or whatever. They'll tell you, hey, that shirt you got doesn't match your pants, or, you know, your tie doesn't match your suit. Go with what a woman says on that stuff. 99% of the women are right. You know, my wife, I'm real good with colors and stuff, but, you know, I do, if I put something on and she says I look like a fat bastard, I take her advice. I said, okay, I'll change it. And believe it or not, I had the cojones to tell her, I said, what you got on today is like that work.
Nice, you hurt me. And again, spin. Oh, he went to the, oh my goodness. Oh no.
And she takes my advice on it, you know, because sometimes the mirror does lie. Don't shoot me on that. But anyway, back to the car stuff real quick. Now, go and choose your colors. Make a list of what the colors that, this is a big, when you're building a project, this is, you're going to pay for a paint job or you're going to do it yourself. That's a lot of money you're putting into that car. A lot of time and money and sweat putting into painting that car that you always wanted. Now, so narrow down your colors to a list, like say 10. And then from that 10, have her help you chop it up. You know, go to car shows. Go to, like I say, go to the big car lots. A lot of the new colors on a lot of the foreign cars are some fantastic colors. But here's another little secret you need to know. And I'm going to piss off some people, but God bless you. There's a lot of guys out there, and there's some guys that I suggest on this channel, True Grit, Far Away, and I'm on so Sprayway. They specialize, like True Grit and Sprayway, they specialize, they paint a lot of candy cars and heavy metallic cars. If you're going to build a ride that's got candy or heavy metallics, you need to understand something. If your car gets wrecked or you go to a parking lot, a door ding or something like that after the car is built, and then you go to repair that, a lot of times, even with the candies, you got to paint the whole side of the car. That's how it was back in the day. I'm being very honest with you. I mean, a guy would come in and say, hey, we have an accident, it's a candy, or back then it was these fancy vans or whatever. I would say it's going to cost you double the price what it would if it was another color. Customer would get pissed off or whatever. He didn't understand what was involved. I couldn't just paint that door and blend in two fenders. I had to paint the side of the car. Now, so I want you to remember that. And also the metallics, all right? There's tri-stage paints now. That means 3 different stages of painting it. You know, you have your base, and then you're going to put your micas or your inner stage coat. I'm at a loss with my mind this morning, Sunday morning. And then you're going to, so there's 3 steps in the color, right? It's almost like doing like candy metallic, right? In the newer colors. I would stay away from that, all right? Now, solids are fantastic. I'll be honest, you know, but older cars, I would stick to solids or a metallic that's just a basic metallic that can be blended by almost any shop there is. When you get to these sophisticated paints now, these fancy candies, and then, you know, the painter, when he's going to repair it, if he wasn't the original guy or yourself, you got to know what color primer was underneath it or what color base was used underneath it, because a different color, a silver or gold or different shades, and then you spraying like the same red candy over it will produce different shades of that candy. I'm going over your head now, I know. And so you can go on YouTube, watch different videos on painting candies. I would avoid it. And a lot of the candies, the candy itself is clear basically with tint in it, all right? And the more coats you do is what makes it, takes away the transparency of the color. Just explain to you, I'm trying to do like blue collar, elementary explaining to you, all right? So the more candy shots you put on it, coats before you put your clear on it, changes the color of it. And then here's another outcome. You have a lot of clear on the car. And so when you're be sanding the clear to buff it, you could go through a different stage if you're not careful. So there's a lot of ooh. That's why they're very expensive to do candies. And some people want it, you like it, that's it. But you need to know what happens, okay? And when you have a lot of paint on a car, a lot of clear, after time, clear disintegrates and it can crack from thickness. It can crack. That's what used to happen on the old stuff from us. Clear would crack. And then it's got to be stripped, and you're starting all the way down to where you started. Oh God, what the hell that would be. I'm glad I don't do that anymore. So remember what you're going to be painting. If you're painting a classic car, choose what you're going to paint it in. And remember, if you're going with a really fancy, like a candy, stuff like that, high metallics, a show car, it's got to be you got to have a place to put it in your garage to keep it out of being beaten on the sun, the ultraviolet rays. They rate paint and clears by UV protection. And that means protection from the sun, blasting the pants off of it. That's just putting it elementary school level. All right, so you got to have a garage for it, and an awning and a car cover on. You got to keep it protected from the elements. So if it's a driver that you're going to be driving, you want to keep a long time, remember, maybe a solid color or a factory metallic is a better way to go. I'm just saying, if you can jump in the comments, you can throw rocks at me as long as they're nice rocks. Don't throw boulders at me. You can throw pebbles or a little bit bigger gravel at me, but don't throw freaking boulders at me, all right? Because I know what I'm talking about. All right? And if you don't think I'm 62 years old. If you're in your 20s, you're not even old enough. I'm not saying to know what you're doing. You're not old enough to have seen the job that you did disintegrate through the years, okay? That's what I mean by that. You can be in your 20s and be fantastic at what you do. And I love it that you're in this trade or you're fixing anything or doing anything like that. Anyway, enough with the rambling. This was just a talk about paint and colors. And so remember, bring your girlfriend or your wife, or I don't care if it's even your mom to think, because they'll help you choose a color. And another thing, be careful on the colors you choose. If you plan on, like, this is just a car you're doing and you're going to flip a car, be careful of changing a color on flipping a car and flipping it into some color you think, oh, everybody's going to love it or whatever. You know, like a Hulk type green or something like that. You just locked yourself into someone that only likes Hulk green, all right? That's why the car manufacturers, they go to great painstaking of researching what colors they're going to produce this year because they want the cars to sell, all right? So whatever color you paint your car, to you it might be your, oh my God, I always wanted this color. And to other people walk by and go, the hell is that? You know, we used to have some colors back in the day. I won't lie to you. Back in the day, you know, I'm talking about in the 60s and 70s on the cars.
Yeah, the only
would you look at that?
Put that
just
on.
Look at that.
I can't pull it out either. I'd have to drill it.
Would you just look at it?
Yeah, it's sad. It's the only mark.
I mean, just look at it.
Yeah.
I mean, just get a look at that.
I mean, we had some cars we used to call them puke green and puke, or some of them were a combination between puke green and piss yellow. I mean, we had some funky cars. GM came out with some, you know, they came out with some burgundy colors that when the car was brand new, it didn't even shine very well when it was new. You know, the paints then, they sucked. To be honest with you, all right? You could only do so much with lacquers and stuff back then. I mean, if you didn't have clears on them. And, you know, and then we used to use, on the average everyday cars, or whatever, you know, use Centauri. Oh, that was a higher end acrylic enamel. That was before the, you know, base coat, clear coat stuff. Base coat, clear coat changed the entire world. And it's a better way to do stuff. But anyway, enough boring you. God bless you. Have a great weekend. Don't forget to enter the tool contest. This was just a little filler deal in there, and hopefully it helps you out before you paint your car piss yellow and puke green.
If it can't be your car, it must be your mama's car. I'm sort of embarrassed to be this close to you.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised driving a field car.
Field car? What's field car?
Field car runs through the fields, drops cow shit all over the place to make the lettuce grow.
That's pretty good. Hey, I like the color of your car there, man. What's that supposed to be? Sort of a cross between piss yellow and puke green, ain't it?
Whatever. When you go around the car show, listen to people. Say, man, I love that color. Oh, man, look at this. Look at that. You'll get ideas there. Especially if you're going to be flipping some stuff, all right? Or if you're going to be keeping your car. Sometimes when you're older, if you're keeping the car classic, sometimes it's better to keep it the color it came. And with the base coat, clear coat, that original color will look even better, all right? Because like even Ford had these golds that were, they're all right, you know. But when you repaint that color with base coat, clear coat, it looks great, you know. Enough for the old man advice. Have a good one, man. God bless you.